Good day, good people, and welcome back to my channel. Now, today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I want to get into. But before we get into all that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscription button, hit that notification button, bell so that we can be notified every time I'm dropping a video. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and as always, drop a comment in that comment section. Now, let's get to today's video. Now, like I said, in today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I definitely want to get into when we were talking about this Danileigh situation. I'm going to let you guys hear a snippet of what she had to say, and then I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
It's crazy how, like, as soon as I dropped that album, like, first of all, COVID was happening, and then I did something stupid, and then it's just like, boom, it stopped everything, like, literally, like, no record label push, I was on hiatus, like, it's just crazy that, like, that music didn't even get the opportunity. But it's just like, why? Like, what was the reason? You know? Just thinking deep over here. And then Tasty. Like, that shit was fire. Like, it literally gets me emotional now. That shit was fire. And then, boom, I get in trouble. And it's just like, wow. Right when I dropped it. Right when I dropped my album. It's like, what is the reason? You know? Just, like, sitting here thinking, damn, that's crazy. Okay, let me go back. What is the deep reason, though? Literally, like, it's crazy. Okay, back to the music.
So as you guys clearly just heard what she had to say, she basically broke down how after her, situations, and we all know the situations with dealing with her and the baby and her and the song and her going off on his first baby mama. She said after all of those events, basically she was shelved. The record labels, nobody wanted to reach out and to help her. And she's trying to understand why, because she's saying that certain songs, like one, for instance, Tasty, and the songs that were going to come out to her were great and they needed to come out. And she says that all this happened at the top of when COVID started, and that ever since then, even up until now, she has not been able to basically bounce back. And she's trying to understand why. Now, she did come out and say that the rant, or, what she said on this topic was supposed to be in Snapchat form just to her friends. It wasn't supposed to be put on a platform for everybody else to hear, but she didn't post it to her friends. She actually posted it to where, everyone can see, and people screen recorded it, uploaded it on their TikToks and a whole bunch of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the message definitely got out, and people in the comment section were almost looking at it as a couple different ways, in which I see it as well, in some of their ways. Number one, people were saying, listen, you got up here, you dragged this child who said nothing about you, you talked about her, then you came out with this song talking about you were a yellow bone is what he want, and everybody is like, girl, you call yourself a yellow bone, but really, one, you're not a yellow bone because you're not even African American. You don't have not one lick of blackness in you. So I don't know why you calling yourself a yellow bone. So you're not a yellow bone, you're just a yellow person. And then number two, you did all of this for a man who, look where you ended up now. You ended up doing all this to that girl, trying to make it seem like you was the one, and y'all was about to get, you would have swore y'all was about to get married and a whole nine. He bought her some acres and a whole bunch of other stuff. But in reality, you talked all this crap about this girl. You ended up being in a relationship with this man for 2.2 seconds. You ended up having a child with this man. Stuff went haywire. He ended up calling the police on you. Like, you just made yourself look like a total the opposite of what you was trying to make yourself. Because I really want to say something, but I'm not even going to take it there. And then you got the nerve to get on allegedly your Snapchat and say how you don't understand why the record company don't want to help you and why they just basically had you sit. You got out there and made them people look foolish. And let me tell you this, Miss Leigh. The record company and whoever you were working with was probably looking at you like how we were all looking at you. When you got out there with Chris Brown, we was looking at you like that, like, oh, to take it easy, girl. Yeah. Okay, she's smooth. She got it. And then as soon as you hooked up with the baby, and this is no shade to him, But you got to watch yourself, because he couldn't put a gun to your head and tell you to make these songs about his ex, or to make you come out and say the stupid things that came out of your mouth, or make you act the way that you was acting. You got, let's just keep it 100. You got the baby eyes. I don't want to say the other word, but you know what happened. And you started tripping. You lost your damn mind. Like, you totally went from the person that a whole bunch of us really enjoyed and loved to watch sing and dance and perform, to another idiot. You became part of the circus, if you really want to keep it 100. And that's exactly what you did. And that's what these companies, the record labels and stuff, I'm pretty sure they saw it. Why would they put money up for something like that? And then, to be quite honest, with the downfall and the things that you were saying towards certain people in certain communities and stuff, you think that you really were going to make their, whatever money they spent on you, you think you were going to make it back? I don't think so, Ms. Lay. You got out there and said a whole bunch of crazy stuff, started acting a whole bunch of crazy, got your brother got involved. It was just a whole circus. And then you want to say, why didn't they help me? Why didn't they do X, Y, and Z? I'll tell you why. I just told you why. And another sad part about this whole ordeal is, after she saw that her video was posted, she did get on and say, you know what, you guys, I'm taking full accountability. You should have took accountability then. You should have came out with apologies. That's what you should have did. And that probably would have helped jumpstart something going back to a positive direction for you. But you didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of all of this, when you are looking at the two, it's not gonna relate. It's not gonna match up. Chrisean Rock and Blueface and them all are famous because of the antics and the retarded, dumb, stupid, crazy, wild things that we see them do. Danileigh blew up because of her dancing and because she can sing behind that. She's a performer. You know what I'm saying? That is why. So when you guys are trying to compare and she's trying to lightweight compare herself to a Chrisean Rock, you can't do it. Chrisean got big off of that. And they fell in love with her because of that. You got big off of dancing. You got big off of singing. And people fell in love with you over that. And then when you tried to cross into something of a like Chrisean Rock's lane, people were like, what the hell you think you're doing, Danny? Who is this? What she just say? And then for you to make these songs and stuff, and as much as you want to say this song was about this one person and all this other kind of stuff, there were so many other people who were looking up to you. You didn't even have to go down that route. And you have to remember, when you say certain things, when you are not addressing a person by their name, and you're saying things like yellow bone or light skin or whatever the case may be, people are going to take it however they want to take it. People are free to interpret things however they intend to interpret things. You need to be more clear. And like I said, if your message was about his baby mama, then you should have just said her name and you should have just left alone. The song was stupid. It didn't go nowhere. And now you complaining and you're crying and you acting like you're the victim of such because your music is not. There's people who've been shut down for less than what you have done. Be happy and be proud that you still was able to work with Beyonce and do all these other things, even during this time of you being in these freckles. Because remember, she did get, a shout out for working with Beyonce and stuff like that. But it's like, you can't be mad at the people who, all in all, have the money to be behind you when you got off the script. You went off the tracks. You went and did something totally different. That wasn't what your calling was. That wasn't what they expected you to do. That's what you got off topic and was, like I said, maybe it was, hey, maybe he was putting it down and she just started tripping. Whatever the case may be, don't get on here and try to cry and play wolf and play victim and then try to compare yourself to a Chrisean Rock when you guys definitely got big off of two different things. She blew up in this. People love her for this stupid, retarded stuff that you're complaining. Why is, certain people, no. They love her for this because that's how she came in the game. You came in the game a totally different way, hopped on with a celebrity, and started tripping. I'll say the last thing that I need to add into this video before we conclude maybe has a little something to do with the fact of that DUI. See, it's not just you getting into scrambles with the baby. It's not just you thinking that you can get away with certain tracks. It's not just you talking about people. You also got that DUI. And that came well after. So it's like, again, we understand that people have fall on hard times and you're not supposed to kick anyone while they are down. But do not hit the internet trying to get sympathy from folks when you wasn't trying to get sympathy, when you was talking about certain folks and not worried about how it was going to affect certain folks. And you continuously, he wasn't with you when you got that DUI. I can't remember the exact date, but you wasn't with him when you got the DUI. DUI was last year, May 30th. Okay, that was last year. You for sure wasn't with him last year. But you need to take accountability. Stop getting up on this internet. And it's one thing you can vent to your friends. But I think that honestly, people need to go back to venting to their friends the old way. Like venting to you on the phone or meeting up for coffee or inviting someone over to your house and you venting to them that way. Don't put it on the internet. Because all it took was an accident like this for her to say, I was trying to, make sure my friends heard it. And now the rest of us hear it. And then we adding on our own extra stuff and being like, dog, did you forget what kind of last couple of years you've had? Last year you had the DUI. Before that it was, you and Scrapples with the baby and stuff. And then you mad because certain songs and you wasn't getting pushed. This is why. You have to take accountability. Y'all drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all this. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next video respectfully.